Every year, more than 2 million taxpayers overpay their income taxes, and this isn't just pennies on the dollar. They overpay by about $1 billion. This could be due to poor tax planning or the fact that they are missing out on some of the most significant corporate tax write-offs. Meanwhile, the top 20% use tax rules to their advantage to reduce their tax liability, often leaving us in the dark. CPAs have identified a consistent tendency among small firms and self-employed individuals. They pay far too much in taxes and miss out on some of the biggest tax breaks. I'm going to give you the biggest tax write-off for small businesses. A brief disclaimer though. The video is for informational purposes only and is not intended to replace legal or accounting advice. If you require particular accounting assistance, please contact your attorney or CPA. Welcome to the Financial Flow. Please like and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up on our latest videos. Okay, let me give you an example. Joe has a little firm in the construction industry. He had a fairly successful small business with revenue in the 7 figures, and he had contractors whom he paid to complete all of the project work that he was engaged to perform. So when tax season arrived and it was time to submit his business taxes, we requested to view his financial records and tax returns from previous years. There were so many things wrong with him that he was leaving so much money on the table. For one thing, he had previously listed his complete revenue as income on his tax return, implying that he had deducted nothing on his tax return. For example, if his revenue was $1 million and his net income was $500,000, this would imply that he recorded the entire $1 million as his income for all past years. As a result, instead of paying $100,000 in taxes, he paid $200,000 in taxes. Unfortunately, this was only the beginning of the issue. Remember all of the subcontractors I mentioned that he engaged to conduct the work? Not only did he not deduct these charges, but he paid them in cash and had almost no documents for the transactions he had with them. He did not provide W-9 forms to his contractors, which meant they did not receive 1099 forms to record the income they got, and they did not report it. This entire issue taught me that many businesses overpay their taxes without recognizing it. And while your case may not be as terrible as this one, there may be one tax write-off you can take away to better your tax status and put more money in your pockets. As a result, I'm going to give you the highest tax break possible for you to take advantage of. First off, what is a corporate tax write-off? What can businesses write off? Tax deductions, often known as business tax write-offs, are qualifying expenses that can be deducted from your revenue. Technically, the IRS lets you write off most company expenses. Ordinary indicates standard in your industry. Required, meaning it helps and fits your business. The IRS has regulations, limitations, and exclusions for various company write-offs. The IRS may force you to depreciate expensive equipment over its useful life instead of writing it off in the year you bought it. Despite the specific regulations language, there are still some large business tax write-offs you can use on your upcoming tax return. I'll start with the easiest tax write-offs and then move on to the more complicated ones. Tax deduction number 1. Startup and organization costs. New businesses should consider the business launch tax write-off, which lets you deduct up to $5,000 in beginning and organizational costs. Startup costs encompass all business-related expenses. Organizational expenditures including legal fees to form a corporation or partnership. Number 2. Office supplies and technology. Your business can deduct all office equipment and technology costs. Computers, paper, pens, notes, and similar things are office expenses. Technology expenses like QuickBooks or a merchant account to accept consumer payments might be written off. Number 3. Home office tax deduction. Expenses for commercial use of your home may be deductible. If you use your house for business, you can deduct mortgage interest, insurance, utilities, Wi-Fi, repairs, and depreciation. Calculate the commercial and personal use of your home to do this. If you reside in a 1,000 square foot home and your office occupies 250 square feet, the IRS will only allow you to write off 25% of your home costs in your company tax return. Number 4. Cell phone and service tax deduction. If you use your personal cell phone for business, you can deduct the cost of the phone, the service, and the tax year. As with business usage of your home, you must calculate the portion of your mobile phone charges that is utilized for business and write off all business-related expenses. Tax write-off number 5. Cost of goods sold. Selling goods lets you subtract their cost. Storage, direct labor, and production overhead can be deducted. If you sell coffee cups, you can deduct their costs. Number 6. Labor costs. This is very important for all businesses, especially service-based businesses. You can and likely should deduct all your costs you incur to pay anyone to deliver a service that is specific to your business, including employees and contractors. Make sure you have W-4 forms for all of your employees so you can deduct their W-2 wages from your business income. And make sure you have W-9 forms from all contractors you hire to do anything for your business. Keep track of these expenses and give 1099 forms to contractors so they can claim the money you deduct from your business taxes. Number 7. Business mileage deduction. Many business owners overlook this, leaving the IRS money. Every business mile you drive is tax deductible. In 2020, business miles were worth over 50 cents. Unlike personal miles, business mileage can be deducted for client meetings, business conferences, and other business purposes. It does not cover personal miles, but if you track your business mileage, you can write off more tax dollars that the IRS would otherwise obtain from you. Number 8. Business travel. If you fly to Grand Cayman Island for a 5-day business conference, but stay for 10 days to mix in some personal vacation time, you can deduct all of your business travel expenses. In this situation, you can deduct your complete trip to and from Grand Cayman Island and 5 days of business conference housing. The other 5 days you utilize for personal enjoyment cannot be written off. Number 9. Business lunches. 50% of business meals can be written off. You can't write off all of your personal meals as business tax deductions, so you need to understand how the IRS classifies corporate meals. You can write off business diners with clients or workers. Number 10. Business interest expense. You can also deduct business interest from debt. Many people I've talked to confuse this with the overall amount you make to your debtors. However, you cannot write off your whole monthly payment because portion of it goes towards your principal. You can write off the entire interest expense the bank gets from expanding that debt to you. Number 11. Retirement contributions. Traditional IRA contributions are tax deductible. You can also write off a 401k contributions if you have employees. There are several types of retirement accounts with contribution restrictions and income constraints that may affect your tax approach. But with proper planning, you can write off a good amount and keep more money in your account. Number 12. Health savings account deduction. Health savings accounts are another business-friendly tax write-off. Health savings accounts are for medical expenses. Health savings accounts are fantastic because you may deduct your contributions and avoid paying taxes on them if you utilize them for medical costs. Setting up an HSA for tax purposes is a win-win since everyone will likely have health-related expenses. Number 13. Write-off self-employment taxes. This advanced tax write-off, which isn't really a tax write-off, self-employment taxes are due on business revenue up to $130,000. Incorporating into an S corporation may lower your self-employment taxes if you make this much. S corporation stockholders do not pay self-employment taxes, but you must pay yourself a reasonable compensation based on the services you offer to your business, which is taxed. If your reasonable wage is below $130,000, this switch may save you more on self-employment taxes. Number 14. Pass-through tax deductions. The Tax Reduction and Jobs Act created the qualifying business income deduction. It lets business owners write off up to 20% of their business revenue on their taxes. So if you made $100,000 in business income, you could write off $20,000 and save taxes on the smaller amount. Now, if you want to use this business tax write-off, you need to be aware of a few important rules. For example, it only applies to certain types of business entities, and the income of those who can use it is limited. Whether or not you qualify for this deduction, it can save you thousands of dollars in taxes, depending on how much money you make. To do any of this, you need a good accounting system that keeps track of these kinds of expenses and adds up the totals for each category for you. First, we talked about what tax write-offs are. Tax write-offs are just expenses that you can deduct from your business income when you file your business taxes. In general, you can deduct almost all ordinary and necessary business expenses. Remember that if you want to get the most out of these business tax write-offs, you need a strong accounting system that keeps track of these things for you on a regular basis. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Have a good one.